Music is everywhere here at First Baptist Church and always has been. The church has always had very distinguished organists, one of the finest organs on the North Shore, choirs for all ages, community concerts, and special music Sundays. Although I enjoy music, I personally have no natural talent for music. I've never had a good ear for the sounds of musical notes, or words in a foreign language, or even words in English. Note my Boston accent. But when Deb Blanchard asked me to join the Bell Choir, I agreed to try it. It was a case of some assembly required, our church theme. I became a small part of the celebration ringers and a teensy tiny part of the church's music program. Fortunately, I had a lot of help from other pieces of the music program. Esther is a brilliant teacher who assigned me music that was appropriate to my abilities. On my left side was Cindy Antonook, a member of a semi-professional bell choir in Boston, who was always willing to answer any questions I might have about musical notation. On my right side were Diane Cashman and Cindy Boscia, who were strong musicians and helped me orient my ringing. It was fulfilling to me personally to have the experience of playing in a bell choir, and our music brought joy to the congregation, as it was always a special worship service when the bell choir played. We also used our music to serve the community when we were asked to play in a special concert with very demanding pieces of music to master. After many rehearsals, I felt that I played all my notes perfectly, or at least when I was supposed to. And that concert raised $100,000 for the River House Shelter here in Beverly for homeless men. A few years later, we were asked to play in a larger concert with even more difficult music, and that raised close to $350,000 for the LifeBridge Shelter Program in Salem. I will always feel that being able to play in those two concerts was one of the most special moments of my life. When you buy a ticket to a concert, you're only paying for one performance. But when you make a pledge to the church, you're supporting the entire music program, even the often unseen and less glamorous parts of it, such as Esther's FICA tax, stipends for special musicians, the repairs to the organ when needed, the annual tune-ups for our 2 pianos, repairs to the leak in the ceiling over our choir loft, and sheet music. Oh my goodness, so much sheet music. Esther is like a ruthless bloodhound when she's tracking down music for all the church's many musical groups. She searches for all types of music, religious, classical, jazz, gospel, from Bach to contemporary music that makes our new worship ensemble really rock out, to Phantom of the Opera, and yes, even the NFL football theme. So much sheet music is needed. It is your pledges that make this wonderful music program possible and all the other wonderful programs of the church. Please consider making a pledge during this week. At next week's Thanksgiving service, there will be a special time for the ministers to dedicate our pledges to the service of God.